All right, folks, listen. This is a live stream, and in this video, I'm gonna show you more connections with the reset, okay? Because 2025 is the reset year, okay? And everything connects to Elvis and Trump, and because they're the two beasts of Revelation, okay? What my two predictions are biblical prophecy. You can't stop it from happening, okay? None of us are making it happen, and none of us can stop what's coming, okay? Because it's biblical prophecy. You can't stop it. So my two predictions is that June 11th, Washington State is going to be struck. I don't know what's going to happen. We just know that you got to get out of Washington State before June 11th, and the and that connects to Elvis, that event on June 11th in Washington State, and then Trump, he's going to get his head wound on August 4th, which happens to be Obama's birthday. Trump gets the head wound on Obama's birthday, and Trump survives the head wound. You know, he gets a deadly head wound, and somehow he makes a miraculous recovery, okay? Because that's the biblical revelation. The June 11th is the beast out of the sea event, and Trump is the beast that had the head wound that healed, okay? And the world wondered after the beast, okay? Now, so this video, like I said, is about the reset. And I've explained to you guys that when you do military time on the clock, okay, because that's how this reset is happening. When you use military time, you go around the clock one time, and instead of going back to 1 o'clock, it turns into the 13th hour, 1 o'clock. All right. So 1 o'clock in the afternoon would be the 13th hour, and then when you go around again to midnight, it would be the 24th hour, which is the double zero. The double zero begins, and that was year 24. Okay, which we're in. We're in the double zero year, and then we're going to go back to one again. 25 is the one. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, so pay attention closely. Okay. Yeah, make sure you thumb up the video, okay? And then comment after the video's loaded. All right, so I told you that when you go around the clock, so the first time you go around the clock, it goes to the 12, but then it would be the 13th hour, then you go around again, then it'd be the 24th hour, which is the double zero, and then the next time you come to the 1, it would be the 25th hour. So it's the 1 to the 25, okay? Now, watch how this all puts together, okay? So it's 1 to the 25, okay? Now, and it just so happens that you know, the Seattle Kingdom, Seattle's in Washington State, right? The Seattle Kingdom was demolished in the year double zero, right? Then the Twin Towers collapsed in 01. And then Seattle, Washington event, well, the Washington State event next year is in 25. So you have the 1 to the 25, okay? And it's the clock going around once, twice. You understand? One time around the clock, 2 times around the clock, then you get to 1 to the 25, okay? And so it's the reset hour, the 1 to the 25. Do you understand? The 1, and then it becomes 25. You know, you go around the clock twice, and it's the 25th hour, okay? Now, why is this so important, the 1 to 25? Look, you know, EL, which means God in Hebrew, and that's why Elvis, EL, and VIS, I'm not going to get into it further, but, you know, I'll just do a quick thing here. VI is 6 in Roman numerals. S means more than one, so it's the God of sixes. That's what Elvis is. He's the 666 God. Anyway, EL, E is 5, L is 12. Okay, and why am I showing that? Because that is the 125 connection. Okay, it's 1 to the 25. Those are the numbers that you're looking at here with the EL. Okay, EL means God, right? And so anytime you see the numbers 125 or 512, you're seeing the EL, okay? And it just so happens from Elvis's birthday to MLK, who was killed, you know, in a death ritual, because MLK was killed where Elvis lived and died. Elvis was known as the king. MLK was killed in, he was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died. Okay, and look, when you add 1-8 with the 4-4, you get 5-12. Or if you do it backwards, 8-1-4-4 is 12-5. You understand? It's the LE or the EL when you add up what it totals, okay? And if you think that's a coincidence, you know, look, see? Went from Elvis's birthday to 5-12, and 5 and 12 is the E and the L. EL is 4 months, 4 days, or 4 months, 5 days, okay? On a regular year. If you add the day, it's 4 months, 4 days. If you don't add the day, it's 4 months, 4 days, 4 months, 5 days. If you add the day, okay? And who's the 44, 45 president? Trump, 44th person, 45th president, right? And Obama's born on August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound, and he's the 44th president, but 43rd person. But anyway, the point is, it's 125 days, 4 months, 5 days, okay? And speaking of the, you know, what I was just telling you about, because, you know, August 4th also lands on the August 5th day on a leap year, and 84 minutes, because Trump's going to get his head wound on 8-4, is 1 hour, 24 minutes, and it connects to the 8-5 because it's on a leap year, so it's 1 hour, 25 minutes, see? 124, 125, which is what I was just showing you with the dates, with 4 months, 4 days, or 4 months, 5 days being 125. See, 125 is the EL connection. Do you understand? And if you think these are all coincidences, look, Trump is going to be the 47th president at the age of 40. Trump's going to be the 47th president at the age of 78. And 78 plus 47 is 125. Do you understand? That's the reset number, 1 to the 25, or the 12 and the 5 is the LE or EL. Do you understand? All right, before I move on, is there anybody here who is not understanding so far? Unless you just got in. But for the people who were with me from the beginning, let me know now if you can't understand what I'm showing. Hold on. Can somebody please tell me if you guys understand or not? So far, am I making it clear what I'm saying? Okay. So we're focusing on the 1 to the 25 because that's the reset numbers, right? Okay. I'm glad you guys are getting it. All right. So let's keep going here. So EL means God in Hebrew, right? And ELVIS, get it? And I told you that E is 5 and L is 12, right? So it's the 125 or the 512, whatever connects, right? And check this out. Hold on one second. What is this? Okay, yeah. So 512 is EL, right? It's from JFK's death, which is a huge ritual to this puzzle, to the Elvis comeback special, okay, to 12-3 is 5 years and 12 days. You see that? Exactly 512. You understand? And I'm just saying, is that, you know, hold on one second. Hold on. I'm putting somebody on timeout. Yeah, I just put somebody on timeout. Anyway, so back to what we were talking about. Let me one more time start over. Anyone distract me again, I'm going to ban you from the channel. All right, so again, E is 5, L is 12, right? The EL, right? And EL means God in Hebrew. That's why Elvis has the EL. And then JFK, from JFK's death to the Elvis comeback special is 5/12, okay? 5 years, 12 days, okay? And EL means God, right? You see? Right? And then here's just a little sample. This is nothing. Elvis died on 8/16, which is the 228th day of the year. 2 months, 28 days is 12 weeks, 5 days. That's nothing. But here's the catch right here. Here's the big one. See, if you think these are coincidences, you're nuts. The 125th prime number. There's that 1 to the 25, or the EL. L is the 12th letter, E is the 5th letter, ELLE. Look, 125th prime is 691. Add the 125 to the 691, you get 816. You see that? And Elvis died on 8/16. Do you see? Are you seeing what I'm showing? Are you getting that? This one right here? All right, hold on one second. Hold on one second here. Hold on. Hold on, I'm getting rid of somebody else too. I don't know what the heck you guys in the chat were talking about. Hold on, because I don't want to get rid of one person without getting rid of the other one. I'm putting that one on timeout too. Oops. I put you on. Hold on, I want to unban you. Hold on. I didn't mean to ban you. Yeah, I didn't ban you from the channel. Now I'm going to put the other one back on too. To that person I put timeout, I should be able to unban you. Let me see. So you should be unbanned now, both of you. See, this is what I mean by doing that to the channel. I told you guys 100 times. If you see a troll in the chat talking about something that has nothing to do with the video when I'm showing information, ignore it. Okay? Man. Talk about what's in the video. Anyway, back to where I was, man. You guys are annoying, man. So the 125th prime, when added to the prime number, which is 691, you get 816, and that's Elvis's birthday. Okay? I told you the 1 to the 25 is the reset, and it's also the LEEL connection, because 12 is L and 5 is E, you know? And when you add them together, the 124th and 125th, because I told you the 24, 1 to 24 is the 00. That's the reset also. Then the 25 is back to 1. Okay? So that's why the 1, it connects to the 1. But anyway, if you add them together, the primes is 1623. If you add them, the total 1623. And June 11th is 162 or 163. Get it? 1623, 1623, 1623. Okay? June 11th is 162nd, 163rd day. Okay, that's another connection. And remember, we're talking 1 to the 24 or 1 to the 25. It is the first numbers that, when you first see the numbers in the prime, there's a prime numbers. This is the first time you see 816 at the 124, at the 1024 and the 1025 prime. 816, you see? These are the first times you see it at the 1024 and the 1025. And Elvis died on 816. You understand? And also, 816 falls on 817, see? And there's more to that too, because Elvis equals 67 and he was born on 1/8. So it's all right there, man, in the 1 to the 25. And you remember what the 1 to the 25 is, right? It's the 9/11, you know, when it happened, and 6/11 is 25, you know what I mean? Okay? Give me a second here. So here's another connection. Check this out. Depending on which year you use, from Elvis's death to Elvis's birth, 816 to 1/8, is 512 days, or 513. And you'll see why that's important in a minute, the 512, 513. But look, 512, there's that EL. 5 is E, 12 is L. See, EL, 512. And that's from Elvis's death to Elvis's birth. I'm just asking, are these coincidences? And I told you Elvis needs the 9, you know, and that's why he turns 90 next year, 9 with a crown. That's what they're waiting for, the reset. 2025 is the reset, right? And so that's just another big coincidence, right? And look at this. I noticed that we're talking about the 1 and the 25, right? Because 9/11 was at the 1, you know, 9/11 was at the 1 year, and 6/11 is going to be at the 25, right? So that's and you add up the totals, it's 125. So the 125 ends up at the 125. I don't even know how many numbers do that when you do that, where you start with the 125, ends with the 125. You know what I mean? When you total it. So that's pretty interesting right there, you know. And give me a second here to try and figure this out here. What I got. Okay. And check this out. 1 to the 25 we were just talking about. If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 25, it equals 325. Okay? And I showed you 325 is 162 plus 163 equals 325, which is June 11th. So 1 through 25, that's that reset number, 1 to the 25, right? And speaking of the 325, you know, Trump's gonna get his head one on August 4th, 8/4. The 84th day of the year is 325, and on a leap year it's the 85, which goes right back to what I was telling you, that it has to connect to the 84 and 85, and that's why Trump is the 45 president, and Trump equals 88, 8 and 4-5. You see, Trump is also the 45, but he had to connect to the 47 also, because the Elvis connection to the 47. Anyway, so to the 124 to the 125 connects to the 84, 85, and the 84th day is 325, and on leap year it's the 85th day connects to the 325, because on a leap year it's 85 days. Okay, but anyway, Trump's gonna get his head one on August 4th in Ohio, 8/4 in Ohio. But I was just connecting the 84 number. Okay, now, and you know Satan equals 55, right? And is it just a coincidence that remember earlier I showed you from Elvis's birthday to 512 is 125 days, which is 4 months, 5 days. Okay, or maybe I didn't show it to you yet, but from Elvis's birthday to 512, which is the EL, is 125 days. 1 to the 25, 4 months, 5 days. Okay, and from the first of the year to 5/5, which is the Satan number, is 125 days, 4 months, 5 days. See, this is from Elvis's birthday to 512. This is from the first of the year to 5/5. Okay, and by the way, if you add these up, 1 plus 5 is 6, 1 plus 5 is 6, 66. The word twin equals 66, and Elvis was a twin, and also from Elvis's birthday, the day he was born, to the Twin Towers falling was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. You see how it all connects? And I told you 1 plus 5 is 66. Get it? But anyway, it's the 45 connection, 4 months, 5 days, connecting to the reset number 125, or the EL, which is L is 12, 5 is E, you know, EL. See, from Elvis's birthday to 512. Okay. And then again, what are we talking about? Satan equals 55. 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 times 5 is 25. You understand? The 10 to the 25, 01 to the 25, 911, 0125. This is 1025. You see? 1 to the 25, 1 through 25. Do you understand what I'm saying? The reset is the 1 through the 25. Okay? And speaking of Satan, again, you know, the reduced number of Satan it's, 5 plus 5 is 10. So Satan is 55, then 10 reduced. Look, from 512, which is the EL, 5 is E, L is 12. EL to the 611 is 5,510 days. See that? I'm not sure if it's certain years, but for sure it lands on there, if you add the day or something like that. But Satan equals 5510 from the EL to the 611 is 5,510 days. You see? Again, I'm asking you, are these coincidences? Like, how many coincidences do you need? Anyway, let me for a second. Give me a second here. I can't. My hands are about to fall off. Listen, to anyone I banned earlier, don't get mad at me. You don't understand what it's like to do these videos, okay? I told you, don't distract me when I'm doing information videos, all right? So don't get mad, And to the person I timed out, I didn't mean to time you out for 30 minutes. I accidentally hit the wrong one, but I put you back on, but for some reason you're not commenting, so I apologize. But don't irritate me next time. All right? Yeah, I get it. That's not why I banned to that other person. Why I was mad at you is because you said something about Jesus being born on that day. Don't do that. All right? You don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear it. Nobody knows when Jesus was born. Okay? The reason they gave Jesus the date of 12/25, I've done videos on that. It's a very important day. All right? Now, it's possible that he was born on that day, but I don't know. All right? Anyway, all right, this is the last thing I'm going to show you. All right? And you'll see why earlier when I showed you the 512 and 513 connection, just real quick, where was that one? I want to show that one more time. Where was that? Huh. Uh-oh. Did I just knock down every piece of paper? Hold on, folks. What in the heck am I doing? Oh, man. It's one of those videos again. Give me a second here. All right, yeah. Yeah, I don't care what you say. All right? You can believe what you want. Just don't talk about it now. All right? Anyway, so remember earlier. Hold on. Well, I'll show that in a minute. All right, this is the last thing I'm going to show here. So I told you that 9/11 happened in the year 1, and 6/11 is going to happen in 25, because that's what it is all about, the 1 to the 25, the reset, right? And you know that when Elvis was born, if you add up the numbers, 1 plus 8 plus 19 plus 35, because that's his birthday and birth year and month and all that. So it equaled 63 when you add that up. And Seattle event this year equals 62. 6 plus 11 plus 20 plus 25. 6, 11, 20, 25. So look at that. 63 and 62 is 125. Right? 125, 63, 62. Look. Space Needle open in 62, and it's going to be 63 next year on 4/21. All right? And what is 62 plus 63? 125, right? You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly the birth year of Elvis and next year's Seattle event, right? So the 62, and Space Needle in Seattle opened in 62, and it's going to be 63 years old next year, right? And why is 63 so important? Because from Elvis's birthday to 6/2 is 512 days because it ends in a leap year 36. So it's 512 days. And when you go to 6/3 on a leap year, you would have to not add the day to get 512. But when you add the day, it's going to be 513, right? 512, 513. Because 512 plus 513 is 1025. Do you see? That's why it has to connect to both the 62 and 63. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm showing? Because you have the 62 year it opened, the Space Needle, 63 years old next year, right? And Elvis, his birthday to the event is 63, 62, 125. Anyway, so that's why. And on a non-leap year, it would be exactly 512 days to 6/3. Okay, and 6/3 is a very important date because on a leap year, 6/2 is the 154th day, and 6/3 is the 154th day. Which is the Antichrist number 154. Okay, so there's big connections with that, right? And anyway, so what's important is this: the 1 to the 25, 512, 513. See, 1025. Okay, that's what's important. And remember, I showed you earlier that from Elvis's death to his birth was 512, and then to 19, which is the next day after Elvis's birthday. I told you he needs that 9. He needs that 19, the 19 crown. And because he needs that 512, 513 to make the 1025, see? Okay? Now, so remember I told you that 512, 513 is what's needed? The 1 to the 25 is the reset. Look at this. No matter what, if it's 512 days or 513 days, it's still going to be the same amount of years. And I'm talking about in a leap year, like 512. Like if you remember I showed you it was 512 or 513. If you used 512 on a non-leap year and 512 on a leap year, it would still be the same amount of years, months, and days. And look, 1 year, 4 months, 27 days is the same as, look at that, Elvis's death and 6/11. You add it up, it's 1427. Look, 1427. 1 year, 4 months, 27 days, right? And why is that a big deal? Because look, we're in the year 2025. The 225th prime is 1427. See? Elvis died 8/16 to 6/11. See? And by the way, I could show you much more. I'm just showing you the reset connection. And that's it, folks. I'm done. Anyway, to anyone who's mad at me, don't be mad. All right? People are not going to even know who you are that I banned because I didn't say your name. All right. Yeah, you'll see all that, because Obama's 63 years old also right now. During June 11th event, he's going to be 63, and during the August 4th head wound, he's going to be 63 to 64 that day when Trump gets his head wound. But during June 11th, Obama's 63 years old. Perfect. Okay? And anyway. Any last words, folks? I'll stay on another 5 minutes to... Yeah, again, about the birth of Jesus, nobody knows the birth date. But I'm trying to make you guys understand why he was given that birth date of 1225, because it's a powerful number. That's why he was given that. And that's why Satan tried to take it over with Santa. All right? That's what he does. Santa took over because Santa is Satan. He took over that birth date. All right? So it's a powerful day. All right? And I'll get into it in another video. This is not about that, but that's why I got irritated. You guys were talking about that when I'm trying to show super important information, you know, connecting to the reset. Anyway, thumb up the video. There's 38 people in the chat. Come on, is it 11 people? Only thumb up? How can you thumb up only 11 people when you see a video like this, you know, with the connections I'm showing? Anyway, whatever. But I'll talk to you guys. All right. Nobody has any questions? I'm about to delete the video unless you have a question. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 62, 63 is 125, 61, 64 is 125, 60, 65 is 125. Yeah, you know. And Obama was born in 61, and when Trump gets his head on August 4th, Obama would be 64. But he goes from 63 to 64. That's important too. You'll see that whole thing in between 61 and 64. I have a whole thing on it. I took it out. I had that in this video, but I took it out because I wanted to make it as least complicated as possible. Anyone who got in late, you got to watch from the beginning. All right? Yeah, God bless you and everyone else in the chat. And again, to that person who I banned, don't be mad at me. I just was irritated. All right? And I banned the person you were talking to also, but because I had thought you had started it. I didn't know that he had started it. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, about the roses, yeah. Anyway, folks, watch my last two live streams also. The one about the 47th Kennedy Honors, you have to watch that. It's all connected to Trump because it's the 47 connection to Elvis and Trump, but mainly to Trump. And then also the one before that was the Rose Parade that's coming, that's all connected to Elvis. All right? So make sure you watch those last two videos also besides this one. Anyway, make sure you thumb up the video, all right? And make sure you comment under the videos that you watch after you thumb it up. Anyway, end of video. Jesus is God.